So, hey guys, sorry it's been a while, I've been very busy lately, but I'm here now and it's time for my Star Wars Rogue One spoiler review. Okay, first off, spoiler warning, come on. So, if you haven't seen Rogue One yet, you can watch my video, my non-spoiler video, and then you can come back after you've seen the film, because you should definitely see this film. So anyway, now that that's out of the way, let's talk spoilers. And I'm going to start off with something I forgot to mention in my non-spoiler review. And how the fuck did I forget to not mention this? Darth Vader in this movie. Holy fuckballs. He is amazing. He gets about 5 minutes of screen time and completely redeems every minute of the prequels. Everything, Hayden Christensen, piss off. Like, this is Vader. And he is terrifying and incredible, and his presence, and oh my god, that scene at the end in the hallway when he is a boss level villain in this movie. It is exactly the Vader we deserve to see, and it's so good to see him back. James Earl Jones, and sorry, I need to say again how incredible that scene at the end in the hallway is. I just love it. He goes to town on some random rebels, and it's so intense. And I love at the end when the door's like jammed, and the guy's like, "Help me, help me, help me." And then and it gets to a point at the very end where he's like, just take the fucking thing, I'm dead. Just get this away, I am fucked. I loved it. Oh my god. Okay, that out of the way. Let's talk about characters. I liked Jyn Erso. People were worried she was going to be annoying. Because there was a few annoying lines in the trailer that she has. This is a rebellion. I rebel. Okay, that's a terrible accent, but you get what I'm saying. Thank God she wasn't annoying, And I definitely don't think she's gonna have the same Mary Sue issues that Rey had. I hate the term Mary Sue, by the way. Don't you ever use it in the comments, or I will block you. Seriously, I hate that word. But yeah, so she was great. Diego Luna's Cassian Andor, he surprised me a bit. I'd have liked to have seen a little bit more character development with him, but what we got was really good, and I liked the dynamic between the two, him and Jyn. At the very end, I thought they were gonna kiss, but I'm so thankful that they didn't, and I loved it because in any other film they would have made out. He would have worn the face off her if this was any other film. But they were about to die, and I loved how you generally have a feel that it's like, if in another time, in another life, when we weren't 30 seconds from being wiped off the face of the universe by the fucking Death Star, you and I could have been something. I loved that look they were giving each other, if it had turned out a different way, yes, but no, so just let's hug, like friends. He was friend-zoned on his deathbed. Poor bastard. And I loved this, he is the perfect example of what I said in my non-spoiler review, of this movie showing the moral ambiguity that the Rebel Alliance had, that you didn't see in the originals. That sort of area of grey, because the first scene he's in, he shoots one of his allies in the back. That was dark for a Star Wars movie, But at least we can say he shot first. Hashtag fuck off George Lucas, which has special editions. So yeah, that was great. Donnie Yen's character, he was awesome. His death was so emotional. He's just walking to the control switch. I am one with the Force with me. That's a brilliant way of incorporating the Force into a movie where there's no Jedi and there's no Sith. So there's no one who has the Force, who is Force sensitive. but I love how they paint the Force as this symbol of the rebellion in a way. Like, it's sort of a symbol. You know, Jin says it. May the Force be with us. The I can't remember the guy's name, but he looked like Admiral Akbar. It wasn't Akbar, but it looked like the same species as him. Uh, he also said, may the Force Rogue One, may the Force be with you. That's I do a better Akbar impression, but that guy I can't do the impression of. But I love that about the Force. They make it more of an ideal than an actual religion in this movie, and it feels authentic. It's a completely different side of the Force. It's a different interpretation than we've had in the Jedi centric episodes. And again, K2SO, I love him. I love him. Oh my god, it's just he's so funny. He's like Sheldon Cooper, Bender from Futurama, and C-3PO in one, and it's just he is the funniest thing in this movie. And this movie has some quite funny scenes. Again, K2SO, and also the moment in Jeddah when Saw Gerrera's henchmen sort of catch them, and they all get the bags put over the head, including Donnie Yen's character, and he's just like, "Are you kidding me? I'm blind!" Like, the theater just erupted in laughter at that, and I think they were laughing for at least a solid minute after that. That's some good humor right there. What else? Again, this is a Disney movie where every one of the lead characters dies. When have we ever saw that before? That is amazing to think, I mean, like, I knew there was going to be a high death count because none of these characters get mentioned in the originals, but I thought at least one or two were going to live. Like, I thought Jin was going to live, but everyone died, and it was perfect. Like, that last third, that final battle, the Battle of Scarif, is probably the best battle scene we've ever seen in a Star Wars movie. It had the energy of the first assault on the Death Star in A New Hope with modern technology. It had shades of the Battle of Hoth, the Battle of Endor even. It felt like all those rolled into one, but with modern technology to make it look better. And one of the things that I most love about it is how it complements the episode 4, specifically how they explain why the Death Star had the reactor issue. Because that's been a joke for 40 years. What's the two biggest jokes about the original trilogy? The Ewoks and the hole in the Death Star that you can just randomly shoot. It's like, for 40 years everyone was like, okay, massive oversight, Empire. But now we know it was Galen Erso, Jin's father, who built the Death Star against his wishes mainly. He was technically a hostage for most of the time he was building it. So it was, so it was sabotaged from inside. It was an inside job, basically. And I just love how 40 years after the first movie, we finally had the biggest plot hole in that movie patched back together, and that's such amazing fan service. Like, that's the thing I love about the movie. It's the fan service. Even with Red 5, in the Battle of Scarif, they have the Red League and I think it's Gold League. Basically, all the pilots, most of the pilots who were in the first assault on the Death Star, sort of are featured here. Even if sometimes in the editing you can see sort of the different backgrounds, so you could see part of the Death Star when you look inside the when they show inside the cockpit, but I don't mind that at all. But yeah, and then they show Red 5 going down, the original Red 5 getting killed, which then meant the spot was open for Luke to come in on A New Hope and become the new Red 5. And I think that's brilliantly setting it up for episode 4, because this movie literally ends at the start of episode 4. Like, that last shot with Leia, CGI young Carrie Fisher Leia, which is the best she's looked in years. Sorry, Carrie Fisher. it's just that was that was a brilliant way of just setting it up. Like, just the time between this movie ending and the next movie beginning is literally the minute it spends to the minute it takes you to take the Rogue One DVD out of the machine and put the New Hope DVD in the machine. It just instantly starts, and I love that. And another thing I love that is sort of, again, it complements A New Hope so well in, it takes away the level of the awe of convenience about the movie starting over Tatooine, because we know at the end of this, okay, Leia is aiming for Tatooine, rather than, oh look, I need to get to Tatooine and we've just randomly found Tatooine. No, they went into hyperspace and immediately it starts over Tatooine. So it just takes away any possible convenience in regards to that. What else? Orson Krennic, he was a good villain. I think I think he might get more love over time. I love that you can kind of understand where he's coming from in a way, because he spent years working on this project, and once people find out, okay, it's a success, they immediately try to take the credit for themselves. So it's just like he wants the credit for the Death Star, but he's being denied that by the bureaucracy within the Empire, which is again kind of mirrored later on in the film with the bureaucracy within the Alliance when Jin wants to go fight on Scarif, but the council say no, we'd be fucked. No, we can't do that. No, we should give up. We should surrender. It's like, but we should fight. But the Alliance wants none of that. So I think that's a great way of mirroring bureaucracy in both camps, which is another thing it does so well. So yeah, and the scene with him and Vader on Mustafar, and I love that they had Vader on Mustafar. It just his gaff on Mustafar looks like the best evil castle ever. It's just like, you look at that and you're like, I do not want to go in that place. And I love the scene with him in the bacta tank. It's this 5 seconds of vulnerability from Vader, and then every other time you see him on screen, he is terrifying. Oh my god! And like, you should know me. Anyone who knows me knows I love a good pun, and Darth Vader says a pun here, and I fucking died. He chokes Krennic, and he's just like, careful not to choke on your ambition. Again, terrible Vader accent. I could do a good Vader accent, but like, not when I'm on camera. Hopefully. But oh. Yeah, so Rogue One, I fucking love this movie. I just saw it for a second time, and I think the second viewing only makes it even better. And also, I forgot to mention the amount of characters that come back for like cameos. We get C-3PO and R2-D2 in there for 20 seconds. I thought that was nice to see. You had Bail Organa, and oh my god, the second time I was in the theater watching this, I literally wanted to yell out, no, don't go back to Alderaan, because he says, I have to go back for my people. I'm just like, don't go back, you're going to die. Oh, but I love how that sets up, Obi-Wan's introduction. That's the perfect setup, I think, for Obi-Wan to be introduced. And, even the two guys from the Mos Eisley Cantina, the one who gets his arm cut off, and the one, he's wanted on 12 systems, it's just like, that shows the love for the franchise that Gareth Evans had. That he just decides, okay, let's just put that in there, because only Star Wars fans will really know that. It's such inside baseball. It's fucking awesome. And then another thing people have been talking about with this movie is that Tarkin is back. And the controversy around it is it's Peter Cushing. But Peter Cushing died in 1994, so they did bring a man back to life just for this movie. And I was okay with it, because this was Tarkin doing exactly what Tarkin would do in this situation. It's not like they brought him back to do something totally out of character, So So yeah, and I don't mind it because like I know he's dead, and I know like some people won't like that, but that is the way movies are going. Like I think within the next 20 years, we're going to get a movie in which we're gonna have like a dead actor come back for some form of role. You know, I think that's where the future is. Like we might get a John Wayne movie someday with John Wayne. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, I'd not like it if they sort of disrespected the character, like if they brought like if they were gonna do like what they did with like Hayden Christensen, where they turn Tarkin into a fucking bitch. But no, he's exactly what he would be like in the original trilogy. So it's like it doesn't do the role any disservice. And I know at points it looks a bit distracting, but the more he's on screen, the less I noticed. So overall, yeah, Rogue One, I really liked it. I liked it as much as I liked Force Awakens, and The Force Awakens was my favourite movie of 2015. Fanboy critics be damned. So, yeah, let's hope Disney keep giving us awesome Star Wars movies. Thank you for watching, and if you want to give any comment, if you want to tell me how much of an idiot I am, or want to compliment me, because I love my compliments, you can comment in the comment section below, and thank you for watching.